Why does everyone expect you to stop breastfeeding your 1-year-old? Let's talk about it. If we haven't met before, hi, I'm Dr. Lauren Davis. I'm a functional medicine physician and I specialize in functional medicine for moms. So historically, there was a lot of lobbying that formula is equivalent to breast milk. And in 1981, it was so prevalent that the World Health Organization actually had to pass a bill that stopped formula companies from lobbying to hospitals. It's still in place today, and it was passed by 118 votes to 1. And I'll give you one guess as to who the one country that voted against it was. If you guessed the United States, you would be right. Because for decades, formula companies had been sending saleswomen dressed as nurses into hospitals. And they would distribute free samples and talk about the benefits of formula to families who were going home to feed. So especially in the 1960s and 1970s, it became the normal, after hearing all of this information, that formula is equivalent to breast milk. And unfortunately, that is still sticking around in our culture today. Now, don't get me wrong, formula absolutely has its place. It is a life-saving intervention for mothers who cannot provide enough milk to their babies. And for women who cannot or choose not to breastfeed, it is absolutely a benefit to have available. But it's a huge deviation from the biological norm. So when we talk about breastfeeding and breastfeeding research, the thing that we have to prove with formula is that it is non-inferior to breastfeeding. So when we read the research, meaning when we look at studies that show that there are benefits to breastfeeding, we can also interpret that as risks to formula feeding. But we don't talk about it that way. Because the truth is that formula has never been equivalent to breast milk. Here's the data that we actually do know. Receiving breast milk in any volume for at least 2 months decreases the risk of SIDS for infants by 50% or more. It dramatically reduces the risk of ear infections, respiratory infections, and eczema. It seeds microbiome diversity that research now shows influences immune function for life. And in the second year of breastfeeding, meaning after age 1, breast milk can still provide up to 1/3 of the needed nutrients for toddlers. And after 18 months of breastfeeding, the milk composition changes. Fat and protein increase, making it more calorie-dense for less volume. And a big part of those proteins that are now produced are immunoglobulins. Those are the antibodies that protect your baby and your growing toddler from diseases. And we know that it takes 4 to 7 years for your child's immune system to fully develop and fully function at adult immunoglobulin levels. And isn't it funny that the natural weaning age is somewhere between 3.5 and 7 years old? So the next time someone asks you if you are going to stop, I hope this helps you feel a little bit more secure in your decision to continue to breastfeed.